Hey, have you ever heard the phrase, it's an inside job? I want to talk about how when we truly do the work for ourselves, that things will change around us, people, situations, opportunities. And so many times we as human beings, we are looking out of ourselves. That person did this to me. Why is this that way? We look out of ourselves for the problems and why things are the way they are. But here's what we forget sometimes to know, that when we change ourselves from within, when we do the work, when we really do the work and we do what's needed for us to change and become the person we want and need to be, then our reality changes. Then the people around us change, our relationships change and improve. I want to just talk about this story because it's so telling in how when we start to change from within, the light that we are exuding out shifts everything else around us. So I teach a class for empaths specifically called Empath Academy, and I teach these energy tools in this class that help empaths to navigate their sensitivities in the world, right? So it's ways for empaths who are very sensitive and like sponges to take in other people's energy or to not be grounded or all the things. It's tools that can help empaths and sensitive people really get grounded and really become aware of themselves, so they're not taking on other people's energy or draining their energy, all these things. Well, I remember years ago teaching this class, and I had a gentleman who came to the class and was just very curious, very open, and he learned the tools and he practiced the tools. He was dedicated and used them on a daily basis. And that's what I encourage my students to do. It's like, practice this, make this a daily thing that you do, like brushing your teeth. And he would share. He came back and shared the things that he was witnessing that were happening, and the only thing that he did was to work on himself. And a funny story is that he shared that every day at work, so Monday through Friday work, he had a 9-to-5 job. Every day in the afternoon, they had like a company meeting in the boardroom, right? So a big room with maybe 12 people in it, 10, 12 people. And there's a tool that I teach where you kind of have to do it sitting down. It's called running your energy. And so his feet were on the floor, and he said, I just figured this is a good time. I'm just sitting there for an hour. I might as well run my energy. So every day he would run his energy during the boardroom. And shortly thereafter, he started working these tools. People at his job would come up to him and they'd be like, hey, something's different about you. Did you lose weight? Did you get your hair cut? Because people can't put a finger on it. They can't put their, they don't know what's going on, but they know something's different. And everybody was coming up to him like, you seem different. Something's different. Well, as he was practicing these tools, people were noticing that something was different with him because he was shining his light differently, right? And then he was noticing that his communication was easier with coworkers, and there was like this lightness or this joy. And what was different was him doing his work. That's all it was. He did the work for himself, but because he was shifting and changing, his outer world began to shift and change. And it was just fun to hear his stories when he came back and just said, this started changing, and this person, and it was, and people were noticing, but they didn't know what they were noticing. And people were responding to him differently. So my point of sharing this story is, if you're not happy with your current living situation or work situation or life, right? The way you can change that the fastest and in a big, powerful way is to do the work internally. It's an inside job. It's an inside job. Work on forgiving yourself. Work on loving yourself. Work on finding and aligning with your purpose, your power, your essence, your goals, your dreams. So much of that can bring us into this beautiful alignment, and then we start to shine bright because of it. And when we shift our energy field, because everything is energy, and so when our signature changes to like, I love my life, I love myself, I forgive, and I am in gratitude. When we're like exuding that out into the field of oneness, other people pick that up. And relationships change, new people come in, some people spiral out, right? It's all this beautiful dance that unfolds when we do the inner work. So I'm going to tell you, if you want to change your life in the biggest way possible, it's an inside job, 100%. Don't work on anybody else. Don't try to fix or change anybody else, or it's right here. Change your perspective, change your beliefs, change how you think, how you talk to yourself, how you speak out loud, how you talk to others. I know that's very broad, but I'm just giving you this juicy nuggets. That is how we change our life. It's an inside job. So if this was a video that sparked some thought, or you're like, okay, subscribe to my channel. I love sharing these tools, these tips. I love working with people and helping them transform their lives. But subscribe to my channel, and will be lots more coming in the future. So I hope to see you on my channel. All right, bye for now.